Hi guys. Okay, so we're gonna be explaining how to do grinds on custom maps and like my Stoner Park. First things first, you're going to need DevX Unity. I don't know if you need the paid version, but if you can repack and change values and scripts in the free version, then you should be all good. I don't know what the free version can do. I bought this program a very long time ago. So I never really used the free version. I bought it for other reasons, and that's what you need to use. You need to use repack. If you can't use that in the free version, then this tutorial is basically nothing. So let's get started. Um, so on the left over here on this Unity project, I have the Skater XL project. There's other ways to get this. I use DevX and I export to a Unity project. Um, The thing is with that is that also requires the paid version of the software. There's other ways to do it. I think Asset Studio does something similar. And the specific stuff that you really are going to need, because I found that these are usually the least likely grind colliders to be used, the one on the inside of the planners. So if you click over here, you'll actually see it highlights all of them, all of the colliders for all the planters. And I used all the ones on the inside here. For this tutorial, I'm just going to be moving this one over to like over here somewhere. I'll probably like do some rotation on it or something too. So basically, let's just find which one exactly I want to use. The inside ones, the outside ones. See, out 3, that's what I'm going to be changing. So from here, what I want to do is I want to create another like 3D object or something, maybe like a cube. I just want to do this because the thing is with this is when you have an object inside of another object, it has a parent, something like this, like there's a bunch of parents to a bunch of other objects. That parent is going to affect the coordinates of something. And I'm going to be using this side over here. So this one doesn't have those parents, so I need to get the actual place that something is in the scene rather than where it is under the parent, if that makes sense. It's very weird. I don't know. That's the best way I could explain it. So let's click on this. Let's try and line these two up. Close enough. Move it down a little bit so that's like right on top of it. That's pretty good. So from here, I'm gonna go into here. I'm gonna make a new 3D object. This is my other Unity project. It'll probably be a lot easier to do this if you have it all in one project, which I think you can do with Asset Studio. I just didn't do that, and I never got around to doing it. Oh, it'd probably be a lot easier to do this in one whole thing. Change the coordinates to the same coordinates that are over here. So now, this may or may not be in the exact same place as the collider that is on the Skater XL project. As you can see, I did something over here, so you can see they're very close to each other, so that's a good sign. This one I know for sure is placed directly. I think I actually have, yeah. See, so it's in the same exact spot as that. Oh, hold on. This should be in a similar spot, I hope. Now what we want to do is we want to take this collider. Let's also put this right in the middle of it. Best to put it like right in the middle because that's where the collider is, the transform is. That's good. So now that I have that, I want to move the object, and I'm just going to make a copy of it so I don't lose the coordinates of that one. So let's just move it over here or something, and let's just do a little bit of a rotation on it, just so that we have like some variety in what it is exactly. I'm also moving this one out there, the same spot again as the collider, the grind collider. And this is a lot easier when you have something like, let's say, my Stoner Park over there, which I know for a fact is placed in the exact same spot as the one in Skater XL. It's a lot easier to just place stuff. This is just, I just want to get to the part where I'm actually showing you what I have to do to move something. There's probably other ways to go about doing this. It's just the way that I did it. This is probably close enough, I'd say. I don't think it needs to be too exact. I don't know exactly how the spline stuff works. But yeah, let's do that. Okay, so have the game object. Let's do this one more time. Copy it over. Copy this over. We're not really doing anything with this cube. We're mostly just getting the area so that we can properly place a spline. So now that I have that there, let's this is another thing that you're gonna need. By the way, you are gonna actually need to pay for this. It's a Unity asset. It's the DreamTech splines, I believe that's what it's called, something like that. If you search DreamTech, you'll find it. It's DreamTech splines. So go over here. Let's add a component. Go to spline. Need a spline computer. Let's just hide this object for now. We don't need this. Okay. This has a spline computer on it now. So just from looking at the other scene over here, press F. But let's see how this one's placed. So about about like 7 boxes big. You can see the grid on here. So let's go over here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fine. Again, I don't think it needs to be exact. I think it just needs to be close. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to place some splines. Let's press the add button. Place a spline right here. This is a very big pain to do. Place another spline like over here somewhere. I don't know where exactly it needs to be placed. You can also adjust them after you place them, so. Well, once you do that, that actually looks pretty good, honestly. Looks pretty close. I'd say that's pretty close. Let's just drag them down a little bit, like both of them, with control. Drag down a little bit. That looks pretty good. I'd say that's fine. Again, I don't think it needs to be exact. Once we do that, let's just save this. Let's name this. Let's just name this tutorial spline. And then we're gonna want to build the project. This is the DevX that I have open for the Skater XL project. This isn't my project. This actual, like the actual Skater XL folder. I have a couple in here just for like backups, but the one that you need is going to be this one. I want to open this. I already know where it is, but whatever grind collider you're going to be changing, you're going to want to find that one. The colliders. I mean, you're going to want that collider that you were adjusting. So this one that I was doing. Okay, so this is built now. So let's open up another DevX. Open. Now I'm going to open up my Unity project. Oh, I have it somewhere in here. Okay, so now I'm opening up my Unity project, the one that has the spline on it that I added. Literally all this is doing is I'm just getting numbers from one thing to the other. That's all this is. A bunch of number transfers. In the meantime, while this is opening, let's just go over here and start changing the values that we need to change for the collider itself. So this is the collider that we're going to be changing, the grind collider. So let's get the coordinates from this. Okay, let's go to the DevX Unity that has Skater XL open. It's transform. So let's go to transform under Skater. This is the part where I'm not sure if you can do it the free version. I don't know. If you can, then that's good because that means that you can do this. It's just going to be a very big pain to do, but position, copy everything over. Local position, X, Y, didn't change because it didn't change on the Y axis. D, I believe that changed a little bit, yep. And then for rotation, if you want to have rotation on the collider, you need to make sure that you get the right rotation, because if you just copy the rotation from here, it won't work. You need to go over here, up to the top right, little box thing with the 3 lines, go to debug. This is the rotation that you're going to want, local rotation. Copy this, paste, copy this, paste. Okay. That's good. That means that the transform, the actual collider itself is moved. Again, I've talked about this many times, but just moving the collider does not let you grind stuff. Sometimes it does, sometimes it just acts very, very strange. But the only way to get it working properly is by actually changing this over here, which is the spline. And right now you'll see why this is such a pain to do and why it took me so long and why I was complaining about it so much. Because you need to change every single one of these values. All of these, 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 and all of these. You have to change every single one of those for each and every single grind object that you make. It'd be a lot nicer if you can just copy and paste in here, but I don't know why you can't change the values in here. So if I could just do this, and I could just go from this one, copy, and paste the whole thing like that, but I can't. I need to actually change it one by one. So this is my game project, the one that I placed this spline on. Let's go to scenes, tutorial splines. There's my spline that I made. Got a mono behavior, and here's the spline. And since we placed the object over here, knowing that it's going to be in the same place as the object on the Skater XL project, that means that the spline is going to be placed in the same place too, because the spline is world. It's not based on a child. It's based in the world. So you don't need to worry about like parents of the spline. That doesn't really matter. So in here, you're going to want to copy each and every single one of these from one to the other. So let's just make this easier myself. Okay, so on the left is Skater XL, on the right is mine. So let's just start copying each and every single one of these over. This is why this is a pain to do. Yep. This is what I had to do for every single grind object that I was moving over. Why is it? Okay, normals you don't need to worry about these. You don't need to worry about normals. You only need to worry about position, tangents. At least as far as I know. I might be wrong on that. I feel like my normals are never different. Like these normals are kind of weird looking, but I guess I'll find out if it has any issues. I think the tangents and the position are the most important though. So actually at this point, these two are usually the same exact values, so you can actually just copy. Yeah, just checking. Yep, they're the same exact values usually, so you can just copy from the same project. Or from the same DevX Unity window. Oh. Oh. Forgot to change this one. Yeah, you can see this is just a very tedious thing to do. It's just very annoying. Now we gotta do this. For all I know, I might just mess something up in this tutorial. I wouldn't be surprised. Because I'm really rushing this because I usually pay a lot more attention when I'm doing stuff on my own, but I just want to give you guys an idea of what exactly is done to get this working. Again, don't need the normals, just need these. Okay, we're almost at the end. Oh yeah, and you can't do Control C, Control V. It doesn't work. I don't know why. You can't do it. Okay, so that's all changed. One more thing I'm going to change just for testing purposes because I want to show you guys the mesh. The mesh renderer, I believe, is hidden on these grind colliders. So yeah, you can see it's actually hidden. So I'm just going to make that true. Just so that we can actually see the object that we're going to be grinding. And now, if I did this all properly, it should work. So apply all changes. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if I messed something up, so. My game likes to crash sometimes on startup. Okay, we're good. Let's go over and let's see if we see... Oh, there we go. We see the object. So hopefully the grind works because I don't want to do any more of this tutorial. There we go. We got custom grinds in custom places. This is actually a pretty cool grind. I might actually keep this here. Hold on. Let's get a nice trick. Yeah, okay. So that's how it's done. It's not fun. It's very tedious. But if anyone is actually willing to do it, good luck. And I hope this helped.